All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here. Let me get back to this screen now and go live. Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let's see here. Click for more layouts. Don't need more layouts. Welcome. And let's see. I'm just clearing this on my screen. And I am here testing out more on live streaming as it relates to AI, improving your personal performance. I'd love to know who's watching and where you're watching. If you could go ahead and just say hi in the comments. I should be able to see it. It should also pop up on the screen. And it's really interesting. So I've spent the last close to a year, I guess, really looking at how to improve my performance leveraging AI. And, I started presenting on AI all the way back in 2018. I first did a presentation at Marketing Funnel Automation, Todd Brown's event on AI. And I think most people are thinking about AI completely wrong. And I think that people are thinking about AI completely wrong because they're thinking about it from a standpoint of what can I get it to do as opposed to how can I best work with it. Hey there, Steve, or Stas Ray. Yeah, Stas Ray. Geez, I'm losing my eyesight. Sucks. From Germany. Nice to say hello. And there's Lorna. Hey, Lorna, congratulations on your speaking gig. I think it's tomorrow, right? And so everyone is focused on the wrong thing. And what's really interesting is that I've been thinking about doing this live, like starting to do a live stream daily about the advancements in AI as it relates to increasing human performance. And so I've actually, I've used a deep research prompt in Grok, in Claude, in ChatGPT, in Manus, in DeepSeek, all five, running deep research on a daily basis about what late-breaking information in the last 24 hours has been released as it relates to improving human performance leveraging AI. And what's really interesting is that there is a flurry of stuff on a daily basis, right? But so many of these advancements that relate to improving personal performance relate to understanding the input, like having the input, understanding it at a very deep level. So what do I mean by that? Well, so a couple of days ago in the research, there was an article about Aura, right? The Ring Aura ring, right? Like I've had mine for about 6 years. I was one of the people that funded it on my Kickstarter or Indiegogo. And Aura now has added a couple of elements. So Aura is great for tracking sleep, for tracking your heart rate, all those kinds of things, right? Your HRV, et cetera, your activities. And they've added now your sleep, and they've added now where food tracking. So you can take pictures of all your food, right? And it will figure out like what the calorie content is. And now they've also added glucose monitoring. Now, both of those things have been around for a while, but not in Aura. And now because Aura has your sleeping data, right? Your exercise data, and now understands what you eat, right? It understands what's going on in your blood. It's comprehensive. And because it's comprehensive, it can help you so much more, right? And that is the gist of pretty much everything as it relates to AI. There was a study that came out like last week about which was better. It was done at Harvard. Professors tutoring students or AI tutoring students. And guess what? AI blew away the professors. Is that a surprise? It's not a surprise to me. It shouldn't be a surprise to you, right? Another study that came out this morning was, or in the last 24 hours rather, is AI, leveraging AI to create mnemonics, personalized mnemonics for med school students, significantly increase their test scores in med school. How would AI know what would be a personally significant mnemonic unless it knows you? And the program that I developed, Zenith, is along the same lines. If you want to improve your performance at work or in your relationships, first you need to be known comprehensively, in a totally comprehensive way. Oh, my daughter just joined. How cool is that on Instagram? Very, very cool. Hey, Ava. So that is kind of some of the stuff I wanted to start talking about on these live streams. And it's interesting because and maybe you can identify with this, maybe you can appreciate this. I've done so many live streams in my life, probably like close to 1,000, but every other live stream was much more about like, I'm an expert. I know what I'm talking about. Ask me anything related in this topic and I can handle it. What I want this to be more of is maybe a part of that, but also I want it to be where I'm sharing with you late breaking information about AI as it relates to improving personal performance. Now, I don't know if I should pick one of the 5 different agents that I have right now doing daily research for me and pick a winner and then just go through that each morning with you and give you my perspective, or whether I should try and aggregate them, summarize them in some possible way. And so that's what I'm going to be exploring over the next couple of days as I kind of meet you to talk about how do you improve your personal performance in any area of your life with AI. And as I said, I created a program called Zenith Mind OS, and that's all about like getting to know you better than you know yourself, getting AI to know you better than you know yourself. Now, I wear a lot of stuff to allow AI to know me really well. For example, I wear this limitless pendant. This pendant records everything that goes on, every conversation that I have all day long. I also wear a beat computer, which is the same. It records 24 hours a day. This battery lasts a week, which is kind of cool. And so I'm constantly feeding more of my life into AI, and I have reaped dividend after dividend about it, like actually helping me improve so many areas of my life. Now, yeah, there was an article that came out yesterday about Google and developing its own. You can now use Google workflows, personal workflows, to actually create agents that will actually, let me just see if I can pull that up here. I have all of these. Well, let me tell you some of the other stuff I found, and then I'll get to the Google one. All right. So I told you about the mnemonics, and I played with it. I actually had ChatGPT create some mnemonics for me, and I found them to be very useful. And, you know, it used ones like my name, and it used different ones like that. Panasonic is releasing a coach for the family, an AI wellness coach, like helping people stick to bedtimes and stuff like that. There's just a tremendous amount of coming out on a daily basis as it relates to leveraging AI to do better and know more and be more effective. I've taken therapy sessions and loaded it into ChatGPT and got tremendous value from that. I have done it in a lot of different areas of my life. And I've also worked with probably now over 1,000 clients who've gone through this program as well. And, you know, it's kind of like I had this criticism of AI early on, and I want you to understand it from this standpoint, right? Because data is what powers AI. No data, no benefit. No personal data, no personal benefit. So there are all these tools out there, right? They've been out there for a couple of years. We take long form content and make it into short form content. That's great, right? It takes long form, turns it into short form. But what it's missing, what every tool like that has at least rolled out in market in the last 2 years, is that they don't give you the ability to take that short form, put it wherever it goes, and then give back the information so that the AI is actually getting a sense of how to make the short form best for you and your audience. And since it doesn't get that information, it never gets any better. So all it does is just take, in a cookie cutter fashion, long form and turn it into short form, but with no learning curve, not getting any better, not seeing what results actually resonate versus don't resonate. And therefore, there's no improvement. So without data, there's nothing, right? And more often than not, when people leverage AI, they're not feeding in anywhere near enough data, right? Like my ChatGPT, right, can accurately guess my Myers-Briggs, my DISC, my Colby, my Enneagram, my action logic, my culture sync, my fascination report, you name it, right? It knows it. So when I'm using AI, it very much understands every element of how I mess stuff up, how I backtrack, how I sometimes get lost in details, how sometimes I flake out. And it helps me really kind of maneuver best through those obstacles, self-imposed or not, to actually improve my performance. And that is kind of what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about that you have this great pattern recognition tool in front of you, but if you don't give it any data, it does not recognize that pattern. Everything that you do is a pattern. Most things that your business does is a pattern. And all of those patterns can be fed in a way that's really powerful. So today was just about like kind of getting my feet wet a little bit, sharing some information. My goal is to do this every morning, either at 9 or 9:30. I assume I will do it at 9:30 tomorrow. And so I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And that each day, what I'm going to be talking about is sharing advancements about how you can leverage AI to improve your own performance. And I'm going to figure out the best way to do that, where I can actually show you a specific thing, and then we can kind of pull it apart and discuss it about it intelligently. I found I also have some really cool prompts I want to share as well. So the reason I'm doing this, so let me just give you a little bit understanding of the method behind my madness. I want to be doing these live streams so I can create content for my company to use. The other is that I've created this great program called Zenith Mind OS that's getting people insane benefits. I mean, we get testimonials day 1, day 2, day 3, like every single day of the program. And what it's had me recognize is that I need to start teaching more about all the different ways that you can leverage AI to improve your performance, which gives me the opportunity to tell you about Zenith Mind. So that's why I'm doing this. And my hope is to provide you with very valuable information so that when these live streams are over, what you want to do is you want to go and do the thing that we just spoke about, at least one of them, right? So that's going to be my goal, to give you one actionable thing each morning to actually leverage, use, and improve and benefit from when you leverage AI to improve your own personal performance. So with that, I will say goodbye. I just wanted to really test this out, and figure out what size image I needed when I wanted to post about this, so on and so forth. Wanted to make sure. I wanted to see how it looked on Instagram. Wanted to see if I could compress it, and I am seeing it now, so I'm good. So I just want to thank you for showing up. I hope you come back when I do these in the morning. They'll be either 9 or 9:30. I'm trying to figure out the time right now, Eastern time. And just thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking the button. I know you have lots of choices online, and I want to make sure that whenever you click on something of mine, that you're happy you did. And so that's my intention. That's what I'm going to do. And it will start tomorrow. And I hope to see many of you there. Until then, to higher profits beyond, this is Rich Schefren, over and out.